Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline and today I'm going to be doing a breastfeeding must-haves low supply edition. So when I was struggling with low milk supply at the beginning of my postpartum journey, I could not find any information from moms on YouTube about low supply issues. So that inspired me to get on here and talk with you guys about my breastfeeding journey, as well as what has helped me and what has hurt me in the process. I'm going to link another video above where I actually talk about my struggles with breastfeeding. I had a traumatic journey with breastfeeding. Let's just say pretty much every roadblock that could come against a new mom did for me. But that is a whole bigger story that does not need to be shared on this video. I'm going to give you 10 must-haves that I feel really were substantial in making a difference for me during my low supply journey. Let's face it, at the end of the day, the answer is not always oatmeal, okay? The first item that I am going to highlight is something called a Haaka, and it is this little contraption right here. Now, us low supply moms, you all know that every drop is essential. Every drop is like precious gold in your hands. It does exactly what it looks like it does and suctions on. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world when you first put it on, but it's not painful by any means, and you definitely get used to it. But this little guy right here allows you to be hands-free while you're nursing to catch any drops that come down on the other side. So I have loved using this little guy to catch all the precious drops of that liquid gold that I could be giving to my daughter. The next couple items I'm going to talk about are related to pumping. Now, you low supply moms know that pumping is like essential to our livelihood. I absolutely hate the pump. I cannot wait until my daughter is done with all of this so that I can actually, I think I'll probably burn the pump. I will burn it or throw it in a dumpster somewhere or just get rid of it because we are sick of being attached to a machine. We have to have the goods for our pumping situation to make your life as easy as possible. So the first thing I'm going to highlight is the pumping bra. This thing is a lifesaver, and if you don't have one, buy one right now on Amazon. I'm going to link this one below. It was just the first one I saw on Amazon. I can be pumping while texting someone on my phone or working on the computer or making dinner. Let's be honest, I can hook my pump up to a battery power pack and pump with it on my back. It is the most simple thing ever and will make your life so much easier, so get a pumping bra. The next thing that you are going to need as a pumping mom for us low supply people is the car adapter. And this kind of is a twofold item because I'm going to tell you two different things that work really well when you're trying to pump on the go. This right here allows you to pump in the car. That is revolutionary, okay? I actually got this one from a friend, but you can get these from Walmart. Tons of different places carry these little car adapters. It just plugs right into the cigarette lighter and it allows you to pump while in the car. I don't recommend pumping and driving because, let's face it, that's kind of dangerous, but I have done it before. The Medela Wipes. Now, these right here are just quick, clean wipes that allow you to sanitize your pump equipment while on the go. Now, that is huge because I know I spend countless hours sanitizing pump parts, scrubbing bottles, all of it. And this actually allows you to do it on the go. Now, it's just a temporary solution. Obviously, you still need to sanitize all of your equipment when you get home. But when you're in a pinch and you're on the go, you're in the car, or you're having to pump in an airport, which I had to do just a few weeks back. These were lifesavers to get all that milk residue off. The next item I'm going to highlight is not necessarily for low supply mom, but it is a huge help. So when you're having to pump and you're having to give your child a bottle as well, you're gonna need some free hands and you're gonna need some more time in your day. Let's face it, this triple feeding thing of nursing and supplementing and pumping just takes forever. This right here is the infant Boppy Lounger. This has turned out to be a lifesaver when I just want to kind of get things done quicker. I will actually give my daughter a bottle while I'm pumping. So I will just simply set her down in the Boppy Lounger and give her the bottle while I'm pumping, and I am killing two birds with one stone. The next item I'm going to recommend is also generic for breastfeeding, but was a huge help for me, especially in those early days when I had a newborn and I was having a lot of trouble getting her latched. At a lactation consultant's office early on, I actually purchased my breast friend. Yes, it is called my breast friend. The lactation consultant had this in her office, and I fed my daughter with it, and it was a game changer. You can wrap it around your waist, and you can literally walk around the house with it attached to you, and you don't have to worry about getting in a certain position and having someone pass you the pillow. It's already on, it's already in position. There's a little pocket right here that actually you can put items in. I put my phone in there. Here I have some lanolin nipple cream that I keep in there. I also love this feature. There are two little bumps on either side that are actually a little headrest for the baby's head. And you don't think that would be necessary, but it actually kind of gives their head a little prop to help them stay latched. This next item is actually not a must-have on my list, but it's something I wanted to highlight because I wanted low supply moms to actually know they had the option for this. Now, this is something that if you choose to use it, it can be very helpful, and if you really learn how to use it, it works, but it can be very difficult to use. So that's why it's not a must-have to me, because sometimes it can be more of a mental pain than it can be a help. SNS, or Supplemental Nursing System. It looks like this. And there's actually another one that looks like this. So there's both options. This one is Medela brand. This one is one that I was given by a lactation consultant. I actually prefer this one, which I believe is the starter supplemental nursing system. But we will just talk about both because they essentially do the same thing. Basically, you put this thing around your neck and tighten it, and it lays right here. And then you tape the tube to your breast and make sure that the end of the tube is by your nipple where the baby latches on. You then have to unclamp so that milk flows, so that as the baby is nursing, they are getting their supplement at the same time. Now that is huge for us moms who need to save a step because we're spending so much time feeding our baby. So it can be really helpful for that. However, it can be really tricky to get that tube in the baby's mouth, get them latched on, get it unclamped. When I tried it, there was milk everywhere. I ended up in tears, and so did my baby. We did get the hang of it after a couple of tries, and I will say I noticed a big difference because it allowed my baby to be latched on and be breastfeeding. It gave us that bonding experience. It allowed me to continue nursing my daughter and her not get so frustrated on the breast. It also helped increase my supply a little bit because obviously there was more stimulation happening with my daughter nursing more frequently. At the end of the day, I decided to put this in a drawer and keep it there. It was just too much stress on me, on my baby, and on my husband for us to keep using this and to continue to stress and cry over it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about are supplements. Now, for you girls who are suffering from low supply, and I'm talking like medical low supply, I would always recommend talking with a doctor or a lactation consultant before you start on any supplements. I was actually recommended these supplements by my lactation consultant, and I had tried so many brands and so many different supplements at that point, and I was pretty much done spending money on them. but I tried this last brand and it really made a difference, and I am not sponsored by them. No one is paying me to say this, so you know this is my true opinion. But I started out on fenugreek, and that actually had a negative impact on my supply. So a lot of women who suffer from low supply will learn that one supplement might actually make her supply tank lower rather than go up. So I would recommend trying different supplements one at a time to really learn how your body's going to respond. Legendairy brand, and dairy is spelled like dairy from a cow. And they are just a different combination of herbs in each one. The ones I purchased are Cash Cow, which has alfalfa, moringa, and goat's rue. And then I also purchased Pump Princess, and this one has nigella, fennel, and dill. Both of them are to increase supply, but also to increase the quality of your milk, the number of letdowns you're having, all that sort of thing. So supplements can be a huge game changer for us girls who really need the extra help. And we are never going to make a full supply, and you have to be okay with that emotionally and spiritually, because it's rough on us. But supplements can make a difference, and they can help you just a little bit to produce just that much more for your baby. But I know a lot of moms who have really had success with it and who've chosen to use this throughout their breastfeeding journey and have had great success. Last item I wanted to talk about is something that is really only for moms in the very, very beginning. And when I mean beginning, I mean like probably the first week or two. When I first started struggling with my milk coming in and with producing enough in those very, very early days, a lactation consultant recommended to me to start supplementing with formula. Now, it was completely necessary for me to do so, so I did. What she did not inform me was that as soon as I introduced that bottle to my daughter, she was going to love it. Now, not all babies are like my baby and prefer the bottle right away, but my daughter, as soon as she had that bottle and as soon as she realized that she could get milk from that nipple faster, she started to love it, and she went on a breastfeeding strike for the next 4 weeks. What I wish I had known was that you can actually syringe feed your baby. Now, the reason a syringe is so good in those first days is that you can control exactly how much they're getting at a time. They're not having another nipple type feeling in their mouth where they're going to confuse it with your nipple versus the bottle. And they're still getting their supplement. It's just going to be a controlled amount, and it's going to be through this little syringe. Really, when you're supplementing in those early days, a syringe can do the trick. And obviously talk to your lactation consultant or doctor about how much you need to be supplementing. I wanted to tell other moms out there, because before you just jump to the bottle, freaking out that your child is not gaining weight, pause, take a deep breath, and think about your other options. There are other ways to get that milk into your baby. Alright guys, well I appreciate you watching this video. I hope that you have found this video helpful. And to all of you women out there who are struggling with low supply or with IGT or with any of those issues that truly make your milk supply a problem, I just want to say more power to you for doing your research and trying to get help. It is a struggle and it is an emotional journey, but let me just tell you, there's a bright side at the end of it, and there's other moms out there. There is community, so reach out to me in the comments. I'm part of a support group that has really helped me, and I would love to get you connected with them, as well as just talk with you if you want to send me a direct message, and we can bond over this, and I can give you any more helpful information that I have. But thank you for watching, and I hope you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!